What's up everyone, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video we're going to go ahead and change out the rear door finally, get that done and over with, and also we're going to make an attempt on pulling out the dent in the quarter panel. So hopefully that works out good and we'll just see what happens. Let's get right to it. Okay, so the door panel is off, as you can see, and yeah, there was quite a bit of challenge getting out this blue connector here. Where is it at? This one right here was a pain to get out right here. It took me forever. So let's look at this panel here. I'll put this panel back on, so I guess all the wiring is gonna stay here. I'm not gonna mess with any of the wiring. So we'll let that be. Now, let's see how we're gonna remove this door. We got what we're looking at. It's not easy to get all this stuff off. There he goes. So, obviously on the hinge, you see 2 bolts here. So we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4 right there, and 5 and 6. So 6 bolts and the door's off. But then once again, we gotta get this wiring out, because the wiring needs to be coming out, pulled out in here through there somehow. So let's figure all this stuff out real quick. This elbow just come right out right there. So once I remove this, like that, I should be able to just pull the wires out. But then once again, I still have to deal with this bad boy right here. This is where the door suction happens. So this has to stay. Here we go. So I gotta somehow figure out how I'm gonna remove this without breaking it. So I can just have it clip back on, and I have to, like I did on the front door, I have to use the heat gun and the shrink tube to put it back together. I really don't want to cut it. So let me mess with this a little bit, see if I can figure out how I can undo this right here. Voila, got it disconnected. What I really did was I just, it's connected to the clip done like this. What I did was I put a little flathead screwdriver into here. I just pried it and I just pulled it to the side and it just popped right off. So we're good to go. Let's see if we can pull it out. Got the wires now. Okay, gotta get our hands into there. Everything should be, actually, hold on, there's a couple more connectors here that I've missed. It's one, and then another one here. I'll disconnect this one. There we go, it just pops right out. So are we good now? Let's see. Be all good. Yep, we're good to go out. So I don't know if I'll be able to get it out right now, but might have to wait to get the door off. So let's go ahead and get the door off. We're at that stage. I'm gonna start out with this hinge first. So let me find a socket for that. All right, so I found a 8mm, like a star socket. And I'm gonna go ahead and remove this first before I proceed with the door hinges. That's 1. That's 2. Okay, so we're good here. Now let's move the hinges. But first, before I do that, I gotta put some kind of support underneath the door so it won't just fall over. So let's find that real quick. reduction. So the door is successfully off. As you can see, had no problem removing it. It's about a 30-minute job. Saved all the wires, which will fish them back into the new door. And time to put on the new door. Finally, this thing is off. So let's go ahead and get rid of this one and get the next door. This was a great success. This was very great success. Okay, let's take a look at the next door we'll be installing. And this is the door right here. It's a little dirty, but we'll wash it. We'll have to change out the panel on the inside, which is not a big deal. We'll put our original one back on. We just got to get the door installed right now. So yeah, I have to remove this panel first. Then what we will do is run the wiring through the door, connect this elbow, and then tighten it to the hinges, or tighten to the panel, because it's not gonna work like that. I won't be able to get the elbow or the wiring in or through if I install the door right now. It will be pain. So let's go ahead and remove this panel right here. That was pretty quick. I think that was like my record speed there. They got that done like in 3 minutes. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fish those other wires in through here. It's gonna go right in through there, coming out right through here. And I'm gonna try to put this little elbow on before I tighten the door, because I think that'll be the best way to do it. But for now, I'm gonna use some black tape and just tape the stuff all together, and probably tape it to a wire and try to fish it through real quick. Okay, so I got one started at the top and I got two started at the bottom. This one's kind of hard to get to, but the good thing is though, we don't need this anymore, so we can go ahead and get this out of the way. Hold on, pick the door up still. Everything's on my own, as you can see, so this is doable on your own if you want to do this on your own. Okay, so in order to align this door right now, I think what's the best thing to do is I want to actually close it and then tighten the hinges and see how it's gonna work out. So let's try it out. Okay, so it's closed, and let's see where the hinges, what they look like. Let's tighten them and see what's gonna happen. Okay, so I tightened them while the door was closed. So this is the result I got right now. Seems to be good. Let's see this one. Thinking if I have to still lift it a little bit. I might have to lift the rear a little bit because of this gap here. I can tell that it's smaller here, I think. So might have to just lift it a tad, but I'm not sure. Let me know what you guys think. This gap looks pretty good. Looks even everywhere. So it might be good. Look at this. Finally, it's installed. That's what's up.
Explain what you did.
Yeah, I will. Thanks, Igor. Okay, so this is fixed now. What we did was Igor came over here and, I mean, first of all, check this out. Flawless. Look at that. So we had to lift it up a little bit while opening the door, and by that little lift, it just made the whole huge difference. Look at this. Flawless. That's beautiful. All right, guys, let's finish up this project and go ahead and get this panel installed and get it over with, because this is exhausting. One thing we haven't tried yet, if everything works. So let's cross our fingers and check it out. Perfect. That works. Let me see if the lock works. Locking mechanism. So it seems to be. Oh, I'm gonna go all the way. Okay, this is what we've been waiting for. I'm gonna try to pop this dent out. So I got this suction thing on here. Boom, out. Like it wasn't even there. Beautiful. Now this one right here, I'm gonna try to figure that one out. So for today's video, thank you guys for joining me. We got a lot done. Still minor thing needs to be done. I'm happy that the dent is out. I mean, it's not perfect. We'll try to make it perfect eventually, because there's a lot more tools in there that we could use to get those little dents out right in the bottom. We'll figure that out later. A few things we ran into. I noticed that the speaker wires was ripped, so I'm gonna take the panel off again. All right, let's take this thing to a car wash. Still want to I'm gonna clean it up more, but other than that, thank you guys for joining me today. If you're not a subscriber to the channel, make sure to subscribe. We'll continue to work on this Benz. Of course, there's still minor things that needs to be finished and done, but right now I'm happy with what I have. Same color parts. The car is fully drivable. I can take it out and do whatever I want to do with it now. I'm very psyched and happy. Thank you guys. See you next time. Viewers, subscribe to my channel to see more of awesomeness. You can also follow me on Facebook and Twitter.